what's up, everyone? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. We're coming at you with a super spicy episode 159, and we are recording on October 4th, 2021. I'm Doug, and joining me today, we got Warren.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And Anita.
Hello.
Yo, Warren was like hulking up over there, like Hulk Hogan. Damn. Quick reminder, check out SojuTalk, your favorite podcast platform. Sub to us on YouTube and join the SojuTalk Discord and be a part of the nation. The sponsor is back. So SojuTalk episode 159 is brought to you by Minty Joy again. So Minty Joy is a woman-owned small business that creates handmade jewelry and table accessories inspired by the beauty of nature. Minty Joy creates unique products especially for you. Express your love of nature and beauty through one-of-a-kind items. To find Minty Joy, visit mintyjoy.com, mintyjoy.com, or mintyjoy.etsy.com. And, we have a giveaway today. It's been a hot minute because of the COVID stuff. We don't want to go mail stuff, and it was expensive, all that. But Minty Joy was gracious enough to give us a giveaway to one of our listeners. It comes in this beautiful box.
Oh, love the packaging.
Yes. And it also has a nice bag, too. Dude.
That bag is...
Look, all right, but here's the actual thing we're giving away. It's this earring thing. Let me get it in focus.
Yes, flower earrings, guys. You know how I like flowers.
It's not super in focus. I'm gonna be like the people. How do you do this? How do these people? Okay, there we go.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's so pretty.
Right,
I don't know anything about earrings, but that looks like some good earrings.
Anita has the same one, but in pink. So
I do. I did get some very, very pretty, very nice stuff. So for people who are not doing the visuals right now, they're flowers, and they're dangly, right? So they're very, very pretty. Check them out.
All right.
Dangly?
So this is how the giveaway is gonna work. It's on Discord. So there's two ways you can find our Discord. You guys either go to the YouTube description, or on a browser you could type discord.gg/SojuTalk. We have our own URL for it now.
Wow.
Number one.
Wow.
So it's on there. It'll be in a channel. You'll be able to find it. Just write anything in that channel. We'll announce next week who won, and we will mail you these earrings, courtesy of Minty Joy. So shout out to them.
Thank you, Minty Joy.
Shout outs. So Anita has a pair.
I do.
Anita, if your role model is Anita, now is your time to be just like Anita.
We can
100% carbon copy of Anita over here.
No, not really.
Yeah, no.
But we are now at part 1 of SojuTalk episode 159, where we discuss big new releases, choose a spicy song king, and hit you with the music show winners. Let's get it. I have a LaCroix here. We are ready to go, everyone.
I have my coffee.
We are talking about 3 releases this week. Actually, all 3 are very big artists, if we think about it. The first one we're going to talk about was on Wednesday, September 29th. It was CL with Lover Like Me. So she is from Very Cherry. There's some connection with Connect Entertainment these days. Debuted 2009 with 21, 2013 as a solo artist. Last 3 songs was the Korean Spice song, Spicy, Wish You Were Here, and 5 Star with 1 music show win as a solo artist, but she ain't really going for those anyway. Who hurt CL? Damn. Damn.
I don't know.
This was an interesting song. Very different than Spicy, right? Completely different song.
Spicy was more like a straight, direct trap song, and this was obviously more like a trap pop song, right? Pop, trap, pop, whatever you want to say. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I feel like this might be a little more up the alley of our listeners who are
I agree.
K-pop
For me,
oriented.
this was way more palatable.
Right? Right, okay. And what I like about this is that she's not letting go of her abilities as a rapper or a singer.
Oh, no.
Because she's going to pop. Right. Like, she had a great performance. The song itself was very interesting. I feel like that chorus was one of the most interesting choruses we got this year. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of arpeggiated synths and box chops.
That's a big word.
It's a big word. You could win Scribble, boys and girls.
Scrabble.
Scrabble.
Scribble. Okay.
Scrabble.
I'm not complaining. This is a great song. I feel like it was all about the vibes. The rhythm was on point. The melody was on point. The rap came in at a perfect timing.
Yeah.
The visuals were kind of nice. It does feel like it's a pre-release for an upcoming project.
Oh.
Okay.
Right? That's the vibe I'm getting, especially because the Spotify album covers are the same as Spicy, and they don't say that word on it. So it feels like she's leading up to an album. I'm kind of excited for it now. We'll see where she goes. I don't know. How do you guys feel?
I actually really like this. I feel like I like spicy. I like this too as well. But I think for me, this shows more of a complete package for CL. Like she can do a lot of different genres, a lot of like not just rap. Like she can sing, she can dance. I don't know. If visually, I think she's recently. I feel like she has a very distinct look in like her videos and her outfits, and I thought that was very cool. So I don't know. I really like this. I feel like this new, I guess, era of her music is really cool. I would like a full album. I hope it happens soon. Also, going back to the theme of the song, right? Like a breakup type of song. I hope it's not based on like recent experience, because I heard that she was dating one of the guys from DPR, right? I don't know. What's this?
Is that confirmed? I thought it's just a rumor.
I thought it was kind of confirmed. Actually, I don't know anymore. But I hope it's not like a breakup if it was true, because I thought they made a good couple.
Maybe it's about her ex before DPR. Who knows?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I
right.
think.
Yeah, right.
No, yeah, I hope it is, because I don't know. I thought it was like a cute couple.
I'm sure CL has dated multiple men in the past. I'm sure multiple
an ex
men
from the past.
Right. I'm sure someone has gone up to her and made her fall in love, and she was like, "Oh, this guy's great," and then turns out this guy was kind of poo-poo. So
right.
I'm sure that's where the song's
Okay,
from.
no. Regardless of who the subject matter is, some of the lines in here are savage. When she says like, "You miss my money," like that is one of the most realist things ever. Because like, let's be real. Unless you're another top tier male celebrity, she's richer than you, right? And she's just like, you miss my money, that's such a badass line, isn't it? Like that is a savage line. I don't know.
Speaking of that, speaking of the verse real quick, do you, as an English native speaker, that's you and Anita, well, not really you and Anita either, you also speak English second language, but whatever. Right. Going back to the English, which is most of the lyrics, do you guys feel like this was much more palatable, or like do you still feel like this is like K-pop kind of doing English kind of cringy kind of deal?
Let's put it this way. All three songs we're covering this week, I have a lot of English, right? The Coldplay X BTS song, the Twice song is completely in English. This song has a lot of English too.
Right.
The thing is, they all still sound, particularly this one and the Twice song, sound particularly K-poppy though, like Korean music-ish.
Okay.
Interesting.
The lyrics or like the sound?
I think the sound just feels rooted in Korean style. Maybe
okay. I'm asking about the lyrics though.
Oh, the thing is, my Korean listening is decent now, so sometimes I can't really differentiate.
True, I feel like
you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So you're saying the lyrics aren't very cheesy or cringy, and
I didn't think they were. I thought it was okay.
Okay, yeah. See, that's the vibe I'm getting as well, but that might also be because I went to ESL and I had to learn how to spell appropriate and arpeggio. I don't know.
Yeah, we're like the wrong people to ask this question to, because we know a decent amount of Korean, and listening wise it kind of blends sometimes these days.
Well, I mean, like, I know I find some of the more like here my base level enjoyment level of K-pop has the precursor that some of it sounds a little cheesy and cringy.
True.
And I feel like I'm okay with that, because I feel like that's a part of the genre and the way artists portray themselves. And like tracks like these, I don't get that at all. And I'm wondering, is it because it's English, or is it because, CL's not a person like that?
I think why this song just feels more natural is because of how real the subject matter is.
Okay.
And how it's presented. Because a lot of times in K-pop, they just sing about these love songs, even though it's ironic that they can't date, so it makes no sense. But in this situation,
experience.
This is clearly a targeted song, So it's a more like a genuine thing, and therefore it feels that way.
Are you saying it's targeted towards the DPR boys?
I'm not saying it's. I don't know who. Anita's the one who's talking about him. It's targeted at someone, clearly. You wouldn't release this if it wasn't targeted, right?
True.
I mean, to be honest, I feel like the subject matter is not like. I think it could be experience. It could not. I feel like
it has to be, Anita. It has to be.
I mean, I guess it's more interesting if it is. But in regards to the question of if it sounds cringy or not, I don't think it sounds cringy, because I also feel like the singer, CL, she's very comfortable in English. Like she's practically fluent, I think. I should say. yeah, like she has experience. She's been performing in the US for a while as well. So I feel like it sounds natural, so I don't find it like it's unnatural for her to be singing in English. And I also feel like the lyrics match the genre, if that makes sense. I don't feel like we're trying to be like too deep or like
Right.
it's too superficial. I don't know. I feel like it's a good medium where like it makes sense.
I
to
do
hear
feel
this.
like if the song sounded like this but had the theming of My Universe, that wouldn't make sense, right? I do
Exactly.
agree with that. I also do feel like something I'm noticing about this as well as Spicy and some of the other tracks we've heard from her. I feel like her performance is just very persuasive to the point where like I'm not sure if it matters anymore if the target person of this song is real or not. The fact of the matter is Doug listened to it and he went, "There's a real person behind it." That's probably
You believe
the
it, yeah.
Right. It's a realistic persona that we're kind of buying into, and I really like that because like sometimes I have to kind of overlook that to enjoy it. But this here, we're like, is this person real? Is the person from DPR? Oh, who knows?
Speaking of targeted songs, I'm gonna make an aside here, right?
Okay.
Taeyang's "눈코입" is the best targeted song of all time. Okay, is it not? Like he wrote this song for his girlfriend, won a daesang, and then got married to her after. Like, bro,
Wow.
that's
What a-
dubs only right there.
Imagine if your husband wrote a song for you and it goes down in history of K-pop as one of the best
Wow.
R&B songs of the genre.
Yeah.
Holy crap, boy.
Yeah,
So-
that's a legendary targeted song.
I feel like we're gonna pivot. Before we do, I did some quick googling. Her CL's first studio album, named Alpha, is set to drop in October 22nd of this year,
Oh, okay.
and it will include Spicy, Lover Like Me, as well as Hwa and 5 Star, and then I think 7 more new tracks.
Whoa, 7 more.
Yeah,
That's a good number.
it's a good number. 11 tracks.
Nice.
All right, let's move to the next one. On Thursday, it's not when the song came out; it came out the week before. But the music video for the Coldplay BTS song "My Universe" came out on the 30th. So BTS from Big Hit / Hype, debut 2013. Last 3 songs: Permission to Dance, Butter, Life Goes On. 152 music show wins so far.
Wow.
Coldplay is from what label are they from?
Universal.
Universal. They debuted 1996.
Wow, 96?
Yeah, 0 music show wins so far for Coldplay.
They're from London. Look at these people.
Okay, I had no clue what to go into thinking about this one, right? Like I was just
Right.
like, what is this? Coldplay? Like La Vida Loca? Like wait, not La Vida Loca. I'm thinking of when Anita talked about. I'm thinking about when Anita talked about Ricky Martin last week. Oh, okay. Whatever
Viva
that
La
song
Vida,
is
Viva
called.
La Vida.
Yeah, Viva La Vida. Yeah,
Viva La
I was
Vida.
like, those
Yeah.
dudes. And then we got BTS. I just didn't know what to think. This felt like a Coldplay stadium anthem song to me.
That sound, yeah.
Yeah, because Coldplay is kind of synonymous with that type of sound. That being said, I think the bigger story here, other than the song, is the music video. Like, Jesus
boy.
Christ.
The effects.
Right?
The budget.
Was this like Guardians of the Galaxy 3? Like, was that what this was?
Around that theme,
We could
yeah.
talk about the music after the music video after. The song though,
Okay.
pretty solid. It still feels like Coldplay with the side of BTS, but there is a healthy amount of BTS in it, I'm gonna say.
Okay. I do feel like everything about this feels base Coldplay with a
Yeah.
condiment level of BTS, which is I think that's pretty
Complementary,
good.
yeah.
Right. My takeaway with this track, especially with the way Koreans view Coldplay, is so Koreans view Coldplay as this band, and they kind of describe Coldplay's music as kind of mythical, mythological, which kind of makes sense if you think about Yellow or Viva La Vida is particularly. And that's kind of where my understanding of Coldplay's discography ends. I haven't really listened to any of their stuff in the 2010s. All of my favorite songs from them came in the 2000s. So this does feel like a more updated sound, especially like some of the guitar riffs and the bass riffs. I feel like they kind of might be pulling from the disco sounds that BTS has been really pushing recently. I don't know. Maybe I'm emphasizing the BTS part of the track, but I feel like that's where that came from. I thought it was kind of nice. It does feel a little tad bit generic, which I think is okay. We're trying to be a little safe here with the sound. I don't think the point is to do anything artistically incredibly unique. The music video did all of that part, I think, and it was great. The song itself, I think it was fine. It was a little generic, but I think overall it was nice. I wasn't really sure about the the ending part where they did the breakbeat.
Yeah.
That felt kind of out of place. But besides that, I feel like the song was alright. The vocals mix was kind of weird.
I think thematically it made sense with the storyline, but as a song itself might not fit the best.
Yeah, I heard it on the Spotify version. I was like, why all this all of a sudden?
Why'd we get this distorted breakdown, right? Like,
right.
Anita, how do you feel about My Universe?
Well, I very much had that same feeling where it felt very much Coldplay in sound, and then BTS coming in and kind of adjusting to that sound. Maybe the discrepancy in sound is not that big now, but like what I consider to be BTS's sound is not really what Coldplay does, and I feel like here it felt more Coldplay. I don't know. I thought it was nice. It definitely has a very mainstream friendly sound, which I also associate with Coldplay. I feel like Coldplay has a very approachable sound. I don't know if that's the right term. And I don't know. I guess this is the thing, and it fits the theme of the music video as well. I wanted to talk about the vocals though, because I feel like for me, I was wondering like how are the vocals gonna fit in this sound from BTS? Because I feel like they're not the typical vocals for this type of sound. And I guess I was pleasantly surprised because I liked Jungkook's voice coming in before the chorus, and V, I think his tone was nice as well. So I don't know, I didn't hear it as much, but I was like, oh, I kind of wish they would have sung more because I liked how their sound fit in, their tone, right, fit into the sound. So I don't know. I feel like I'm still wishing that it was more half and half because it didn't feel that proportional, but it's still nice.
For me personally, I felt like they could have gone a little better with the mix itself. And this isn't on the point of BTS or Coldplay. This is with the mixing itself. And I felt like the way the vocals were mixed were kind of different. The BTS parts felt very kind of in your face a little bit and like very compressed the way K-pop normally does it. And then Coldplay's part or Chris Martin over here felt much more like American pop, which tends to be a little more dry in terms of EQing, and the mix itself is a lot more dynamic. That's the vibe I got, and for me, there was a bit of a moment where like, suddenly the voices are much more in your face kind of deal. But I do like the way the tones mix, especially because because the song itself doesn't do anything crazy. The change-ups in terms of V singing, Jungkook singing, we're going back to Chris Martin. Those moments, right. It felt like a nice buffet, you know. We eat some kimchi, then we eat some, pork cutlet, and then we go eat some fried chicken. We got all of the good stuff. Yeah,
I agree.
Overall, though, I think it's pretty radio friendly. It's doing pretty well, for what I understand. It's a fun song, though. It turned out better than I had expected. This collaboration, I was a little apprehensive, but I think they did their thing. The music video is literally like a Marvel movie, right? It feels like it. It felt like Guardians of the Galaxy and right.
In the alien portrayal.
Yeah. And they have a storyline where people don't like music, right? And like they literally had an exposition in this. They spent so much money on this music video, right? Like
all the effects.
They made a 3-minute movie essentially with
4 minutes.
4-minute movie.
Almost 5 actually, yeah.
It's kind of cool.
I don't know. I felt like it made sense, right? Because we're getting a lot of not K-pop eyes on this as well, right? Because we got Coldplay's name on it. And what is K-pop really, really good at? Creating really, really good visuals to supplement the music. And I felt like this was a great example of like, we're just going to make Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 while we wait for the actual movie kind of deal. And I mean, like, it looks great. As a sci-fi fan like myself, like, I can't complain, honestly.
Neither can I. I thought it was really cool. It's a visually stunning 4 minutes that you get from this.
Right. It began with the aliens, and I was like, what is going on here? Where's my BTS toys? Where's Chris Martin? Where's the drummer?
Yeah, they got like LinkedIn, dude, and they appeared as holograms. Pretty cool.
Shout outs to what's the other band called?
Nova.
Oh yeah, there's a third person in this. Yeah.
The alien band, yeah.
The DJ.
Nova. Yeah. The robot drummer was.
Oh.
All right, that's over that one. Let's move to the final song, probably the biggest one of the release. It is Twice's English debut with The Feels. It came out October 1st. They are. Oh, I did not update this thing for them on here, but they are from JYP Entertainment. They debuted in 2015. Their last 3 songs were, let me get them off the top of my head. The one we did in like Alcohol Free, and then we had I Can't Stop Me.
No,
or Cry for Me. Cry for Me.
Yeah,
I Can't Stop Me. Hey, let's do it live. And they got 100-something music show wins. We did it. Yay! Go us. Okay. This exceeded expectations. 100%. I had been warning everyone. I was most nervous about the English pronunciation. To my surprise,
nothing to worry about.
That was one of the strongest parts of the song. Was the English pronunciation?
Completely okay. It was fine. It was great.
The feels like a return to form to classic Twice music.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm saying before the Fancy Feel Special era, like we rewind the clock. They also styled them to look very young because they're all mid-20s now, but the outfits were pretty young looking, I thought.
They're going to prom. You can't
prom concept is a young concept in itself, like a high teen concept. They picked the boppy song that's very it was very Twice. Just a good package overall, I thought.
Yeah, this is my favorite Twice track from 2021, 2020, 2019, 2018.
Really?
Yeah. I think it ends there. Yeah. 2018 onwards, I think this is easily my favorite Twice track, which puts it in the top 3 range, I think.
Whoa.
I don't know. Like, I do agree with you. It feels like they've gone back to their original color pop flavor, right?
Yep.
But they've updated it with the modern, trendy disco sound, and it works perfectly. You know, like I feel like this was one of the best examples of K-pop doing disco for me personally. It's very close to the original form, as well as there's a lot about it that feels very K-pop, and like I feel like Twice, the members themselves are doing a lot better from where they were with the last comeback, as well as 4 years ago with this track. Like if you look at Nayeon, for example, I feel like she's doing a much better job with just being a vocalist. If you look at Chaeyoung, I don't know. I feel like Chaeyoung did get a lot of parts, but I kind of see why. You know?
Yes.
She kind of feels like, for the lack of a better term, she kind of feels like a bad bitch. You know, like you know those kids in high school, like those like girls who are like they walk up to and they're like, "Oh my god, cute outfit. Where'd you buy it?" Like that kind of deal.
And compliment your outfit?
Yeah, they're like, "Where'd you get it? Did you get from Kohl's? I've never heard of it." Yeah.
Kohl's.
Those kind of girls.
Kohl's. Okay.
And I was like, "Damn, step on me, please."
Oh my god.
What? Where's this going? Are you? So if we follow the logic, you want Chaeyoung to step on you. Is that the logic here?
It was an expression. I don't want her to literally step on me. That would be quite disturbing.
Okay.
I'm saying she sounds very persuasive. Going back to what we talked about with CL, I feel like she's a perfect match with the concept. The moments where she does the nah things. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
No.
No? Okay. I don't remember the exact lyrics, but there are moments in her verse where she ends her thing with nah. And I'm like, that sounds dope. I don't know what you're doing, but it sounds dope. Sound kind of like my dad.
I feel like, also going back to the pronunciation, I feel like I didn't think anybody or any of the members stood out in a sense where like, I feel like they're not very confident. I feel like they're not, I don't know. I feel like there was a sense of like confidence in their singing where I thought like, oh, maybe it wouldn't translate that well in English, just because it's a different language, like it's understandable. But I thought, this sounds really nice. It sounds like very, very comfortable. I also want to shout out Sana. Her pronunciation was really nice. I feel like some of the lyrics that she got were not like easy to pronunciate either. Like they were really fast and like close together. But I thought like, this sounds good. I had no complaints there.
I also think that Mina acts as a palate cleanser and it really works in this song. Similar to what we were saying with the Stacey girls, how they palate cleanse at certain points with certain voices. The same thing happened whenever Mina sang, I thought. It's a big change up there.
The thing with Twice, especially with like this kind of Twice, it always feels like each member has a very specific role in the track. And therefore it makes sense to have all 9 of those members, albeit people like Sana or Tsubi, people have they have pointed to those 2 members as like, visuals and not much of the vocal parts. But at the same time, I do feel like they play a key role in palette cleansing or like, progressing the song forward. And I really dig that. I really dig that. That's not something you get with all of K-pop, because some members sometimes they get no
lines.
Parts. right. Yeah, I don't know. I dig everything about this. The music video, the concepting, the song. Like, I didn't have a good time at prom. I actually kind of did, but like, I didn't have like a traditional American prom because it was me and a bunch of Asian kids.
I couldn't go. I had a dance competition.
Dang.
Dang.
I went to prom. It was fun.
It was fun, but like, it does make sense that they went with prom as a concept.
Yeah,
because
for sure.
Right, America loves prom. I guess. Actually, they should have gone with homecoming.
Okay, I was gonna say
Ooh.
in the music video, I was watching it with my sisters, and we were looking at the outfits, right? Like the dresses, and we were like, oh, these are cute outfits, but some of the dresses that they wear for like the formal event, right? They felt more homecoming. And we were like, oh, this would make more sense if it was a homecoming type of vibe. Because prom, I don't know, I guess different people have a different idea of what prom is, but prom was has like a different feeling, or maybe people were a slightly different wear, like dresses wise. I don't know. I had that thought as well. Like homecoming.
You're saying the dresses felt more appropriate for homecoming rather than prom?
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe they felt a little bit more formal, whereas prom, I feel like it's way more sparkly. I don't know.
Really? I felt like it's always the complete opposite for me, where like prom is a lot more formal and homecoming is like, if you want to wear something almost streetwear, you can.
There was no like homecoming dance at my school. It's just we have a football game. You know?
Oh, really?
We had a dance.
Yeah.
We had a dance.
I don't think there was a dance in my school.
Even
I went to Catholic school though, so who knows?
Oh.
No.
Well, the Spider-Man movie was homecoming and they had a dance. So I'm gonna go ahead and say they have dances for the most part.
I got not a negative. Obviously, it's an English song. Some of the English lyrics were objectively kind of cringe. I thought,
really?
I'm not saying like, oh god, like oh no, right? But I'm
it's
like,
not Mafia.
But some parts the lines are happening. I'm like, okay, I guess that's what we chose here. You know, like it wasn't terrible. I think some of the lines they gave Chaeyoung at certain points, I thought were a little bit much, you know, but at the same time, it wasn't like horrendous. I thought.
I mean, that kind of goes back to what I was talking about earlier, right? Because like when I listen to K-pop, like I go in expecting a certain level of cheese. I don't think cringe is the right word. I expect a little bit of cheese.
Cheese is the better word.
Cheese.
Right. And sometimes you get a little too much cheese. Sometimes you get just cheese. This is the appropriate amount of cheese I expect for this genre, and I feel like that was fine. And whenever I like pick apart, when I get like, very angry about Korean lyrics on certain tracks, well, you don't say this anymore, but a couple times you've been like, oh, like they don't care, don't talk about that. But I feel like once you listen to it and you read what they say and then you think about it in your own language, like sometimes it's like, what are they doing? And with that in mind, I feel like this track was like, it was okay. It was all right. It wasn't the worst.
It was a pretty good track. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. This is as good as it gets.
Yeah.
I'm suddenly excited for their third LP.
No, the reason why this works to close things up is they put the people in the right positions this time.
Yep.
You know, they got the team comp correct. It seems like what they do, you know, they had Nayeon and Jio they were more powerful than they have been in the last couple tracks. Number two, it seems like they are now putting Momo at the back end of many choruses in their songs. It seems like a new trend. It's interesting. I wasn't on board at the beginning. I like it now.
Yeah.
And then, you know, Chaeyoung is getting a lot of focus these days. Mina's the palate cleanser. People are in the right positions, and more than they have been in the last couple of years for Twice, which is a good look, I think.
I hope we get more of this for the next couple comebacks.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about the Twice news that happened at the end of the music video in the news section. So there was news. All right, other big releases this week include Cypher, that's Rain's group, with Blind. Elast had a song called Dark Dream. Hot Issue with Icons. We via Universe Starry Night. And then ATEEZ had a B-side music video, Eternal Sunshine. Okay, I wanna say something. There is a song that we didn't cover, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of been popping off. It is Key's song. Hate That.
Yeah.
That's a really good song.
Is it? I haven't heard it.
It's good.
It's good.
It's
Good
good.
vocals.
Yeah.
I heard it once in passing because I was at a cafe over the weekend and they had the cup holders with Key's face on it. And I was like, oh, is it Key's birthday? And I was like, no, that's a couple weeks ago. So I'm guessing it was for the comeback. That's what I'm
it's
guessing.
a good song. It's a bit of a shame. The homies did not vote for that one, but at the same time, people like you should have covered. I'm like no one has retrospect though. Who could have known it would have been really good?
Yeah.
Check it out though. Listen to it.
For the record, we didn't cover any song and like a whole bunch of. We didn't cover Imujin's Traffic Lights. That's been popping off mad, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's get the Spice King though. We're gonna evaluate the Soju chart in terms of song quality, spice, and listener fatigue. If you place first, you are the Spice King. And last week's Spice King in episode 158 was ITZY's Swipe. They picked up their first crown. Second place was Woosung's Dimples, and in third place was Cosmic Girl's Let Me In. New candidates are the three songs we covered today: CL's Lover Like Me, Coldplay and BTS's My Universe, and Twice's The Feels. Okay, my chart is a little more stable than it was last week, right?
Oh wow!
Nice.
But I'm gonna make a quick revision, real quick. First place, Twice is The Feel. You got to put it in first. It's definitely the best out of the three songs, and it's better than the things from last week.
Yup.
Number two, I will put a song from last week, but the song I am picking is Woosung's Dimples because I really like that track. Listen to that a lot. And in third place this week, I will put CL's Lover Like Me in third.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Anita,
That's a good chart.
what is your chart looking like?
Not too different from yours, I think. Maybe a little switch in the order, but number one, I also have Twice.
Woo.
I think it's a very, very catchy song. I think the chorus is super catchy. Also the point dance. Point dance in the chorus.
Yeah, the point dance. We got point dances again. Let's
I like
go.
that. Second, I'm putting CL's Lover Like Me in second. I don't know. I'm really liking her solo stuff. This comeback, I think, is really cool. And in third, I'm putting ITZY's Swipe. In third. I had it in number one last week. It fell down a couple spots, but it's still interesting. I like the choreo. I think it's cool. So there it is.
All right. Well, Swipe by ITZY, I think, has gone down as a solid pop trap track that leans heavier into the trap side. That's why I'm swiping everything from last week. Fresh, clean slate.
Okay.
And I'm putting... What am I putting on third? Let me pull up my chart again. I wrote it in here. Yes, I am putting... can't believe I'm the only one. I'm putting Coldplay and BTS as My Universe in third.
Okay. I'm glad you put it there.
That was in second place at one point today for me.
Why did it go down so much?
I don't know.
I feel like it's a very safe track, but I'm still having a decent time with it. It's pretty enjoyable. I caught myself singing it at a randomly while I'm working today during my meetings. Luckily, I was muted. So that's always pretty cool. Putting it on third. Dimples by Woosung was originally on third, but it's on fourth now. Sadly, do have to admit that's the only track from last week's SojuTalk chart that I've been listening to pretty consistently. And I can confirm that I am interested in the Rose now and Woosung. I am watching their career with great interest. Seals Lover Like Me on second, The Feels by Twice on first.
Nice.
I don't need to explain that, do I? Great songs, great rankings. Does that mean today is the day?
There is a double crown today, Warren.
Nice.
The homies put Twice in first place by more than double the second place's points.
Wow.
So it was
We're
a
all
clear
friends
first
today.
place. It did tremendous in the Harold Homies channel, the patrons. Second place, Itzy's Loco with 22 points.
Wow.
They gave it 22. For reference, they gave Twice's The Feels 44. They gave Loco 22.
Oh,
And
wow,
in
that's
third
interesting.
place, they had Woosung's Dimple with 15 points.
Wow.
So
Interesting.
I calculated some numbers. The Soju chart this week is Twice in first place with The Feels, picking up double crowns with all first place votes.
Let's
Second
go.
place, we have CL's Lover Like Me with 7 points. And in third place, we have Woosung with 4 points. Boom.
Wow.
Look at that. That's a solid chart.
Yeah, I like that chart. Finally, we're at show winner. Anita, hit us with the winner.
Yes, it is singular because I didn't have them on my Spice chart this past week. But no worries because they swept up all the music shows. So NCT 127 with Sticker. 9 total wins now, but they won everything. All the shows. The show champion, Inkigayo Music Bank, all of them.
That's kind of nuts considering that song, y'all. Like, but 9 wins, power to them. Yeah, music show all kill. I think it's the first one this year. So
Oh, really?
I believe so.
Wow.
I could be wrong, but
I know it's like their most.
BTS
wins,
might have done
I
it at
think.
some point.
Yeah, I feel like that sounds about right.
IU maybe. There were a lot of
that
popping
sounds
up
about
songs
right too.
But correct. You know what? Everyone at home, let us know if there were other music show all kill weeks this year. All right, but we are now at the end of part 1 of Soju Talk episode 159. We'll be back after a short break. 3, 2, 1.
Hello, SojuTalk Nation. This is Anita here with a quick PSA. If you would like to support SojuTalk Kpop Podcast, please like, subscribe, or follow us on whatever platform you're using. And consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/SojuTalk or donating to us at paypal.me/SojuTalk. On behalf of the crew and myself, thank you. Now back to our regularly scheduled episode.
Hey, we are back at it with part 2 of Soju Talk episode 159, where we discuss recent K-pop news and events and give you the state of the nation. Episode 159 again is sponsored by Minty Joy, so go check out Minty Joy. Also, this is a reminder, we are doing that giveaway that I mentioned at the top of the show, so make sure you are in the Discord and write in that channel to qualify. All right, news and events from last week. There is like a dearth of K-pop news in general still. Like, I guess that's a good thing and a bad thing because generally big news is kind of bad in context most of the time. So
Peace is good.
We have good stuff though. So at the end of the Twice music video, The Feels, they had this image on the screen and it gave you so much info. So October 2021, right now they're going to be celebrating the 6th anniversary. There's going to be a week of celebrations. In November, there's going to be a 3rd full album in Korean. We're getting a full album in November. And they also wrote on the bottom line, 4th tour is coming. We don't know if that means Korea, if that means internationally, but a tour is coming. The 4th tour of Twice. That's
Doug,
a lot.
if they're coming to New York, let's go see them.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
We'll go. We'll bring Matt along. We could bring MBN if she wants. We could bring Mal from Pennsylvania. We could have a meetup at the concert.
SojuTalk meetup.
SojuTalk meetup at the
meetup.
Twice concert. Hey, I'm kind of down for that too.
I'm down.
Dude, let's get sauced up and go, man.
Here's the thing, right? I feel like Twice has had like a solid 2 phases of their career. And I'm not sure if this is like the end of the second phase or the beginning of their third phase?
Ooh, okay.
Is this the start of something new and grand, or is this the finale of like a huge party that started with Fancy? You know.
That's true. That's a good point. I don't know actually. We'll have to see with this November track, right? Like it's going to set the tone for their next couple of years for sure.
Personally speaking, I feel like with the everything past Fancy up until now, like they've gone with a more mature sound, right?
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And I feel like it's been forced a little tiny bit
Yeah.
sometimes. And this with the feels like like an appropriate mix of everything. Like their
Okay. Yeah.
origins as well as the more mature sound.
Yeah.
Prom apparently.
Also,
No.
there's nothing wrong with being a little older of a group and doing high upbeat songs, and I think that they came to that realization finally. All right, exciting Twice news. Anita, hit us with some shockingly scary stuff.
Yeah, some yikes stuff happened. So a woman who trespassed into Starship Entertainment's agency building has been apprehended by the police. So Starship stated basically what happened. This person entered without permission through a door that had been protected with fingerprint recognition and locked. She approached one of the Gravity members who were waiting in the agency for a scheduled event and made physical contact with him.
Oh no.
The manager of Gravity, who was accompanying the members, immediately called the police, and then the police arrived and told the trespasser to leave the premises and accompany the officer to the station. But the trespasser did not comply and raised a disturbance in front of the agency building. So
Yikes!
that's a scary thing.
Oh, man.
I feel like you hear about sasang, like very, very, I guess, fanatic people. I don't know. This kind of behavior is scary.
This is on that next level.
Yeah, bad next level.
Really bad level.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're literally Black Mamba if you do this.
There's
Oh.
multiple layers to this. Crazy fan. She's crazy.
Yeah.
Like she's
Number
too
one, crazy.
Too obsessed with Gravity, right? In
Yeah.
particular, it seems. Shows up to the agency. There are fans who wait outside. I think it's a bit of a waste of time. You could be doing other things in Korea. That's my personal opinion. You could show up, take some pictures, but the people who just wait outside, I think that's a little sus. She goes into this door. Somehow
How did
gets
she get
in
in?
through the fingerprint
did she
recognition.
get in?
I don't know how she gets in. Security breach. Someone at Starship's getting fired for that, probably.
Oh my
She got
God.
inside. Found the Gravity dude and made some kind of physical contact. We don't know what that entails, but somehow got in contact with this bro. Manager's like, yo, who
Back
are
up.
you? Back up. Call the police. Police come. And then she makes a scene probably being like, I did nothing wrong. He loves me. That
That's a
kind of
mess.
craziness.
Messy.
What is this?
I don't know.
Well, first of all, I feel horrible for the Gravity kids.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is traumatizing probably.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like a random person walks up to you, tells you crap, and touches you. Ugh.
That's like not your house but your workplace if some like random stalker just showed up at your workplace, right?
Right.
It's
That's what it's like.
terrifying.
Also, like you're kind of young. You've been doing this training thing. This is essentially your second home at this point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ugh. This is horrible taste on my mouth. I'm gonna wash it down with some Spindrift sparkling water, raspberry raspberry.
Subtle commercial.
Yo, let's set a goal. We'll eventually have an episode sponsored by this sparkling water company.
Oh,
That's
boy.
the goal. That's the goal.
Waterloo, Spindrift, LaCroix, hit me up.
All right. So I don't think there's a lot to say here. I think everyone knows that this is objectively a terrible thing to do. Don't
To be honest,
like
I
this.
hope that something happened where like either there wasn't enough security or like
there was a failing of something.
yeah. So hopefully
Multiple
that gets I don't know, upgraded or like there's more attention brought to that. And if you're a fan, please do not do this.
Yeah, let's
it's
use
not
our-
it's not the
Let's
thing
use our
to do.
platform for good. If you are one of those people who have been planning to touch Gravity for some reason, don't.
Do not.
Don't. Bad plan, buddy.
All right, Warren, hit us with the next thing.
Yeah, I have some Yuehua news over here. We begin
Oh.
with Chaeyena, formerly of IZ*ONE, who has postponed her solo debut to the first half of 2022 next year. Due to her very busy and packed schedule, she is taking her time to carefully select songs.
That's an exaggeration. Packed schedule. Okay.
She has a solo YouTube variety.
Okay.
Oh, she
And
does?
other things. Yeah, she's like a animal detective, I think. I saw her.
I've seen some of it. Yeah.
There was a recent episode. This isn't really a spoiler. There was a recent episode where like they do the thing where like they put a animal inside a black box and like you have to touch it and figure out what
Oh
it is.
yeah, it's a blind
What
box.
was it? What was it?
It was her older brother.
Oh my god.
I've actually been kind of enjoying it. It's been pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie.
She's nice. I like Jana.
She's great. Surprisingly, I didn't really like her on Produce 48, but like as Eyes One ran its course, I felt like she's like one of the members.
She got all
that
the
have grown
jam,
fond
dude.
of.
She's great on Variety. Yeah.
She's great. Now in other Yuehua Entertainment news, the upcoming boy group Tempest is set to make their first debut in 2021 with Everglow, also releasing another album this year.
Oh,
Yeah.
Some great plans over here.
boy group. Okay.
Yeoha's doing good stuff. So they're essentially getting two new artists, Tempest and Yena, coming out soon. Everglow's doing pretty well. I think Everglow's like one or two good songs from rising up a bit in the tier list of girl groups. Right now they're kind of stuck in the mid tier, but people like them. They're pretty hyped up. So we'll have to see.
They are.
I hope it's a full album release, like a 12-track full LP this time.
That'd be kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be a moment of shine for Everglow.
They need something to get the ball really rolling.
right,
I think.
right. This is gonna be the one. I can feel it. Let's do it.
Oh, okay.
Everglow, yeah.
Okay, here's the other news. So Soyu, formerly of Sistar, she officially signed with a new agency, Big Planet Made, after leaving Starship. Big Planet Made is a new startup agency with Soyu as their first signing.
Wait, why is that a startup?
Huh.
I don't know. They in the articles they specifically mentioned it's a new like startup company.
Interesting.
There was another artist who signed to a tiny company as well. I'm
gonna go ahead and say the translations we pulled this from might be incorrect. I'm reading the Korean article right now. It's just a new company. It's not a
Just a
startup.
new company.
Just a new company.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Big Planet Made.
Big
Cool.
Planet Made. She left the Starship to join a big planet.
Oh,
Hate it. Yeah.
interesting.
We had some little bit of sad news for some of these smaller companies. So Park So-ham officially leaves Kunakun K&K and 220 Entertainment. The group will continue on activities as 4 members. And then Vine Entertainment announced that Secret Number member Denise, I'm going to assume, will not be participating in their upcoming third album due to contract issues.
Oh no.
Yikes. But in better news, Yes I'm Entertainment founder revealed on a radio show that a group of 6 girls is in the works and being prepared by the company in 2022. One of the rumored people in this group, if you're watching Girls Planet, is Yoonjia. So
Oh.
she
Yeah.
might be debuting next year. So shout out to her.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. That's literally it with the news this week, y'all. Like it was. I mean, we're talking about
Running
Kanaka's
low.
Secret Number. You know, we scraping the barrel here. No offense to those groups, but you know, announced big comebacks. Black Swan on October 14th. Jinhyuk, October 19th, as well as Infinite's Woohyun. Celeb 5 in October.
Yes. So that's
It's 4 people though now, so you know.
I know. But
Twice in November, as we mentioned earlier in the show, and then Hwasa and Luna both confirmed that they're working on projects coming out sometime in the future.
Luna of FX, right?
Luna
Not
of FX, not actual Luna. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We're already here at State of the Nation. We just ran through this real quick. There is a game that a bunch of people on the server are now playing. It's called New World. It's a MMO that is owned by Amazon.
Oh.
So you could link it to your Amazon Prime and your Twitch. It's kind of interesting. We've been playing it. It feels sort of like it feels like Elder Scrolls MMO if Elder Scrolls MMO was better. So yeah, it feels kind of like Skyrim, a little bit of RuneScape. There's some grinding,
Fantasy.
a lot of fantasy. It's set in the colonial era though. It's kind of strange because they make real world references in this game.
It's like alternate.
Yeah,
reality.
alternate. It's like fantasy but based in history.
Oh.
Kind of interesting. It's a fun game. The big issue with the game right now is that it's ironic that the Amazon servers are really crap. Like day one, people were encountering queues to play the game, so you want to play the game, right? I'm on the thing, I press play, and they would have to wait like 4 hours to get into the game because so many people were playing. And this is across almost all the servers, so they're adding more. They're locking servers right now. So it's a big issue because a lot of people can't play with their friends right now. I know on our server, there's like 2 or 3 people who are playing on other servers waiting for ours to open up again so they could transfer in. Like, it's ironic though with all that AWS, Amazon, and all their money that they can't.
The cloud is a lie. The cloud is a big lie.
It's kind of a big oof there. But it is a fun game and we are enjoying it. So check it out.
Ooh.
Oh, speaking of video games, there was a trailer for a game called Dokevi a couple weeks ago.
Dokevi.
Yeah, it's like a MMO set in modern / slightly futuristic Korea, as far as I can tell.
Ooh.
And like they have like a bunch of like children's games from Korea, and like there's like it's kind of like Pokemon, the RPG. Ooh. There was like a K-pop-esque trailer that was pretty cool. I don't know why I'm talking about this. I think because you talked about New World. The 2 bullets that I actually have for State of the Nation. Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna be back on Twitch. We didn't do anything for a while, but we're gonna do a twice title track tier list, as well as the best beverage World Cup. We're gonna go through and talk about the best drinkable item on the menu.
I will come prepared with my arguments. My
could
defense.
Be water, could be beer, could be LaCroix. Who knows? Find out.
Okay.
You get to be a part of that decision. Yeah, we'll do that. On other news, we started off Show Me the Money season 10. I still can't believe it's 10 seasons already. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. That's Friday.
Yeah, last Friday. That began. You know what? I'm actually having a pretty fun time. Not gonna lie.
Oh, okay.
I came in with like very low expectations because like for a while, every time we've had even seasons, they've been kind of awful. Looking at you, season 8. But this was kind of fun. There was a lot of new rappers, a lot of old faces that everybody loves. You know, people like Mr. Don Mills, as well as people like Mud the Student, the new kid.
Mud
English,
the Student?
Mud the Student, and the Mud is with 2 D's.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, and you know what? I checked out his music like after seeing him and Show Me the Money, and it's some of the most interesting and unique stuff I've gotten from K-hip-hop in a while. It is actually out there in a really really nice way. I don't plug a lot of like indie people or stuff like that anymore on the show. I know I used to like back like 100 or so episodes ago, but if I still did, this guy would be the guy.
Mud the Kid.
Mud the Kid. He's
Mud
great.
the Kid.
I also
That's a
really,
name.
I also really like Mr. North Face God.
Oh yeah, you mentioned him before.
Yep. He's spelled with a GAWD. That's how you know he's a real god. Yeah. He literally has a tattoo of the North Face logo on his neck. Very big. Like they were like huge.
That's his brand.
Right. That's his thing. Like he was like, yeah, like I looked up my wardrobe the other day and they were all down jacket, puffer jackets from North Face. So I'm now the North Face god. I'm like, bro. And you know what? He has a very interesting tone. I'm sure some people will hate him, but I think he's actually incredibly talented for all I can tell. And there's like a level where it's a meme and then another level where it's like crazy good for some reason. That's pretty dope too. All in all, we're getting a lot of nice rappers this year. They're like when I normally watch the first episode of Show Me the Money, a third of it is cringy because they're all bad. And then the other third is entertaining, and then the other third is somewhere in the middle. Not really the case this year. Not really the case. I'm like
that's good.
I'm like Basic is on like from Show Me the Money like 4, because like he won fourth season, and then Mino got second season, and now Mino is like a producer, and Basic is contestant again. That's kind of weird.
That's kind of weird.
It is. And then I was like, oh no, he's gonna be like the old rapper who's on the show again, who's gonna be really bad and just be all cringy. But no, he was really good. I was like, what the heck? Everyone's really good. Sunny was good too. I haven't liked anything from Sunny. Yeah, I haven't liked anything from Sunny since 2008. 2008. That's 13 years ago. And now I'm like, this is actually pretty decent. So this is probably the last time I talk about Show Me the Money for a while on the show. But hey, it's a party over here. Come join. It's pretty nice.
10 years.
10 years in the game, and we're finally here. That's a line from the Quiet Rap sometimes.
Anita, you got anything, or you want me to blast off to Girls Planet?
Well, let's go, Girls Planet.
Go.
Go.
Girls Planet 999 episode 8 or 9. I lost track at this point. It's the next episode y'all have been watching. This episode was like, I'm not gonna call it a sandwich, but there was like two things similar on the bookends, right? And some interesting stuff in the middle, right?
Yeah.
So the first thing, we had I'm not gonna call it fallout, but the follow up from the elimination where people had to get shuffled, right?
Right.
Let's start at the top. You plus me equals love ended up with 4 people, right? The two notable ones who were left were Mei and Mashiro, and they're like, I guess we're getting 3 people. We don't have a main vocalist. We don't have a center. Hopefully we get some good people. And so they're doing that. Then so that was the initial storyline. The next group we went to was the overpopulated snake habitat,
Oh, yeah.
When we started the episode, the 9 that were there were Fuyaning, Youngun, Wonja, Dayan, Surichi, Suyeon, Shunjao Ting, and Hikaru were the 9 in the room. They basically decided we're gonna pick each of the positions now. The 2 people who don't get any, you out of here.
It's kind of scary.
They ended up kicking out Youngun and Suyeon.
Correct.
Youngun had a little bit of salt. Not a little. She was salty.
Pretty salty, yeah.
She was salty from the point when Suruchi and her were going for center or killing part.
Yeah.
And Suruchi's like, I'm a little sick, but you know how good I am, y'all, is basically what she said. And then Youngun, the translation was a little bit, like, it was off a tiny bit, but the subtitle said, when she said that, it showed how irresponsible she is, was the English subtitle they wrote there.
Oh, boy.
Drama.
And then the second person, Suyeon, she just kind of like lost all of her confidence after having to be planted past into this group. So
Yeah.
her negative like feelings here, you kind of knew she was probably one of the people who was gonna be sent out of this group just because of the vibes. But then like Youngun was like, they kicking me out, and it's not even because I'm bad. They're just kicking me out of here. How do we feel about that?
I mean, I think with any of the groups, if none of them were eliminated, right? So like the original people who were chosen stayed, or like majority did, right?
Mm-hmm.
I saw that there was going to be conflict in that group. I guess because a lot of them are ranked pretty high.
Yeah.
And they all want to be center. Like, I don't think they would want to switch and have to like learn a whole different song, and like it might not fit them. I don't know. I feel like I saw it coming with this group. I didn't expect it to be Youngun and Suyeon, to be honest. But I guess that's how they voted. They voted amongst themselves. Yeah.
They voted. Yeah. Okay. And honestly, the group ended up with, I think it ended up with Dayan, Hikaru, and then 5 Chinese contestants, right?
Shunjao Ting, Soroichi, Wonja, Chaibing, and Fuyaning. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's an interesting group, right? And Dayan's the leader, right? And she doesn't speak Mandarin. So there's an interesting dynamic going on in this group. I saw some people saying, oh, they voted along country lines. I'm not going to confirm or deny it, but I could see why some people would think that. It doesn't make sense.
I hope that's not the case. I don't think that's probably the case.
That being, oh, go on, keep going.
No, I do feel, okay, I'm not sure about Youngun, but like Suyeon, I definitely agree with what you said earlier. Like,
yeah.
With her mojo being disappeared, I was like, oh, you know.
Okay, and here's the thing about Youngun. I thought Youngun during their Killing Point mini battle, she did better than Suruchi, right?
Yeah.
But I think that Suruchi fits into Snake more than Youngun does, because I think Youngun's way more versatile as a talent.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Although it would have been more interesting if you threw Suruchi into a different song for the make her adapt. I want to see what happens there.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to see something crazy happen, like Fuya Ning and You Plus Me Love. That would have been
really cool, actually.
That would have been entertaining.
Yo, and Fuya Ning is she's sort of hyped right now. Like she's getting popular.
Especially with the new rankings, which we'll talk about later. But yeah.
All right, the next team we saw was Utopia. So they had 6 people remaining, and they had to kick out one person. The 6 that were there were Shana, Yeso, Bora, Hwang Jin-chao, Chaehyun, and Yurina. Those are all really good kids in that group. They were basically like, all right, Bora, you're main vocal because clearly you're the best. Is essentially what they did there.
No competition.
And then it came down to Chaehyun and Yeso for Killing Point, but Yeso ended up beating Yurina in the final vote for that, so Yeso got the killing point there. And then the last thing, there was a little, I wouldn't call it drama, but Hwang Jin-chao was really like stressed out about this because
oh yeah,
she's like, You Plus Me equals Love has some of the hardest dancing. I suck at dancing, therefore I need to stay in Utopia is essentially what she said. And Shana was like, hey, I'm good at singing. Leave me in Utopia. So she said.
I understood that argument.
Yeah. I got the argument. Hwang Jin-chao cried at a certain point. I was like, okay. But they ended up kicking out Shana. I felt kind of bad for Shana. I like Shana, but she also moved into You Plus Me equals Love.
Yeah.
I think Shana fits both songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I feel a lot less bad about Shana going into You Plus Me equals Love than Seoyoung going into that group. Like, I feel like Shana is a pretty versatile person where I'm confident that she'll shine.
Yep.
Unless I'm not sure about Snake. I don't know about that one. But the other 3, I feel like she would have a fun time doing it, and like this kind of makes sense, you know?
So for that whole section, they kept going between those 3 groups, right? I was like, isn't there a 4th group? And then finally, after they did all that crap, they're like, oh wait, here's the shoot team, Eugen's nursery, right? The crazy thing about it is, they ended up with 7 people, which is the exact number.
Yep.
They ended up with everyone not overlapping any of the parts. So they're like, let's just do it, right?
Thing, yeah.
What a peaceful group.
The kids in that one, some of them were Yujin, Gunmaya, Huning Bahie, Ririka, Ruan, Manami, I think are some of the ones. I'm missing one other kid.
It's like Ice Cream
Shunshin
Part 2.
Oh, Shunshin Wei, yeah.
Ice Cream Part 2.
It's literally Ice Cream Part 2.
Essentially.
And I'm a like 5% nervous about Yujin having to be main vocal because I don't think she's a main vocal in CLC. So.
She sounded okay though in the
yeah, she sounded good
practice.
Though. But she's a consummate professional, so I'm sure it'll turn out fine. So that was like, you knew this episode was gonna be a filler episode already, but this was some good, interesting stuff going on in terms of the Girls Planet. Next, we got the curveball here, field trip time, right?
The confusion begins.
So they lined up all the groups. They went outside. They're like, we're going on an excursion. Here are 4 buses. Your team, get on a bus, and you're going on some kind of experience. This is basically what in Korea is called a bokbulbok, or like a luck game where you choose your fate and whatever happens happens. Let's go through these very varying experiences. The shoot team went to this residential neighborhood, went into a normal apartment, and who opened the door? Some lady who was like your mom's age, right? She's there. She's like, I'm a big fan of the show. And at a certain point, it got revealed she's Daeyeon's mom.
Yeah.
What is going on this show?
I don't know.
I was so confused. I'm like, Mnet, you can't just rig it so Daeyeon gets to see her mom? Like, I don't understand what's going on.
I don't get it. I mean, it's a nice. I guess it was wholesome, right? Because
of course,
the parents and like they get emotional and they're like, "Oh, you're just like my daughter," and I get it. I get where they're trying to pull at the heartstrings. I just don't understand it in the context of the show.
It's so weird.
It's so odd.
It's so odd because we need to present that the show has like a level playing field, like even though it doesn't, right?
Yeah.
But we need to present that not one kid's getting like way more exposure, but not only did her mom show up, they went to her dad's restaurant. What is this? Some other things. They performed for her while she's sitting like 1 foot away in the living room. Was that not awkward? Like, if you watch Korean shows, you've seen people perform for, like, people in the countryside. Like, it happens, right? It's a little awkward. It happens. You see people perform in interesting spots, right? Like, on the bridge thing or on the paragliding thing. But, like, they were literally a foot away from her mother in the living room.
I guess it would have made sense if they were like 7 years old and like
right?
but like they're not 7. They're more than 17.
Like, what if Rocket Punch showed up to your apartment, Warren, and you're sitting at your desk and you're like, "Yay!" Like, that's basically what happened, dude. They're in an enclosed space and had to perform. All right, so that one was the weirdest one. The next group we saw, Snake, went to the countryside. They went farming for sweet potatoes and peppers. I was, you know what? When they showed the farmer, I thought, is this someone's grandpa's farm?
Oh no!
That's what I thought, right? And did you think that too?
I thought like, oh, this is gonna be an episode where all of them get to see like a relative of a.
Right?
Oh, you thought it was the family episode?
I thought it was someone's grandpa. And then they kept on mentioning Hikaru's constipation. I don't know why. It got brought up 2 to 3 times. They ended up dancing for the elders. They did their song, and they're like, the elders were not doing it. But then finally, Daeon performed some trot, and they were down with that.
Yeah,
so that was fun. And then the interesting about this group was there was a heart-to-heart moment at the end about Chai Bing, right? Where she's talking about my biggest pressure on the show so far was my leadership issues, particularly when I had to be a leader sort of with Daehyun, and I realized how bad I am as a leader in this round. And she was more or less just thankful that Daehyun's doing a good job. I thought that was a bit of a good edit for Chai Bing after 2 bad weeks, right?
That's a cool move. I like that move.
Yeah, she needs to fix her rank after what happened later in the show.
Oh my god.
The other group, You Plus Me, got the best trip. They went to a chiropractor, a luxury dinner, and then got to go to the sky bridge of the top floor of this really tall skyscraper in Korea.
The Lotte World Sky Tower.
Yeah. And then, Mashiro is like afraid of heights, and they made her still go on the thing. She's crying, and then they're like, "Do the dance now." I don't know what that was.
I feel bad.
I felt so. She was crying while she was on that thing.
Why, Mnet? Why?
Normally they'd be like, "Oh yeah, you don't have to go." Like, hey, we get it. But like, nope. They threw her on the bridge, and she's like screaming. And all right. And then the last group, Utopia, they went hiking, and that seemed like a bit of an oof at the beginning. They're like hiking, but then it turned into paragliding, which was kind of cool.
That was cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
We really got to see Bora's mom's skills again the entire time. Like, it just feels like Bora's just a really nice kid, right?
She
in general.
is.
Great personality. Really nice. She even asked Wonja to teach her some Chinese so she could connect better with Huang Qinchao. She's just a good kid. If I was making a K-pop group, you want more Boras in your group, right?
Of course.
Not only is she really talented, she's a really nice person, right? And she was mentioning how she's sad because she misses G1. Like, she's doing all the... She's just a nice kid. She keeps getting really good edits, but it's just not showing in the votes. So, what are you going to do?
And
then
people finished last.
We had that... all of a sudden, they're at practice, probably the dress rehearsal before the recording for the next round. And then Yeojungu's face appears on the big screen behind them, and they're like, you know what? Let's just do a midterm rankings all of a sudden. Like, it's not even where they tease some people's rankings. They're like, no, we're going to show you 18-1. Like,
Top
so you know
18,
where you stand. 18 is where you would have to be Planet Past and down, because they're only saving 17 initially, and then one other kid gets saved. But let's just go through the rankings. And they also, I listed what rank they are within their countries because it was on the screen as well. 18th place, the first kid to be eliminated would be Chen Shinwei, who would be C6 in 18th place. 17th, Manami with J6. And then 16th place is Ruan, who would be J5. Do any of those surprise you?
I'm kind of surprised by Manami a little bit. I didn't think her popularity was going to go up that much.
Well, she's on the beat, so...
Yeah, Manami on the beat, yeah.
Are you not on the beat? Get on the beat, Anita.
I mean, I'm glad. I'm just a little surprised. Like, oh.
All right, next three were Huang Qinchao in 15th place, C5. Wonja 14th C4, and Huning Baihye K6 in 13th place.
I have
Huang
to admit,
Xin dropped so much.
all three of these were a lot lower than I expected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I thought Hyunbaya would be higher. I thought Wonzo would be higher. I thought Hwang Xin-chao would be higher, but I guess not.
Huang Xin went from 7th place last ranking to 15th.
Right. A whole 8 rank drop. That's a big thing now. That's a whole third of the whole thing.
It might come down to country 1 picks, where she was convenient when it was a country 3 pick.
Right.
That she might not have a lot of 1 pick potential then. That might be the issue for her.
Yeah, I do feel like she's been like a filler pick for a lot of people.
Yep.
Yeah. Personally speaking, I've been voting for Hwang Xin-chao.
I like Huang Xin. Yeah. Next 3 were Youngun in 12th place, K5, Yeso in 11th, K4, and Fu Yaning, 10th place, C3.
Wow.
Yo, Fu
very high.
Yaning is rising quickly. That's kind of good.
She jumped up 12 rankings from 22nd place
Well,
last week.
oh my God.
That's a whole like 100% upgrade.
Yeah.
Wow.
太高了. That means very high.
Hey, like she has the talent to be top 9. She had a little bit of some things working against her, but for her to be 10th at this point is actually surprising. I thought.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really met any Fu Yaning fans, but I guess there's a big number of them out there.
Yeah.
Crazy, yeah.
She might have some 1 picks, I guess.
I guess so.
All right, we're in top 9 now. I'll go 3 of them. Shana in 9th place, J4. Chaehyun in 8th place, K3. Suruchi in 7th place, C2. Some things that are surprising. Suruchi dropping to 7th. You know, we've been saying she might start dropping a little bit as this goes on. Shana in 9th, Anita.
I like that. I like that a lot.
I like that too. Even though there's country 1 pick, Japan is extremely strong with 4 kids in the top 9 still.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
true.
For reference, we have 3 Chinese, 4 Japanese, and 3 Korean in top 9 at the moment. And Chaehyun's always going to be somewhere between 7 to 9, I think, the entire way. Like,
I hope it's consistent enough.
yeah.
She's been like consistently in between 8 and 10 this whole time.
Yeah.
Just
And she's
don't let it be
consistently good
10
too. So
in the
we'll
last
have to see.
episode.
Oh man.
Next 3, Yujin, K2 in 6th place, Urina, 5th place, J3, and 4th place, Mashiro in J2. Yujin in
Yeah, drop.
6th. Surprising.
That's not a huge drop.
I just thought
Last week she was on 5th.
I just thought that she had a lot of 1 picks, but I guess not. Right? I guess the most surprising thing is where she is in relation to Dahyun.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right? Like the gap there is kind of big.
Here's the thing. Personally speaking, I have been concerned from the very beginning that Cheoljin might get the same kind of ending as the Kaun from
JR.
right from episode of season 48. Like, I think she began off strong because she has some brand name recognition. She was generally very talented, visually great. But throughout the course of the show, we've had a lot of new people that have shined through. And that's where I'm concerned that from being a safe pick, she has, lost a couple votes there. I don't know, but like this isn't a huge drop. This isn't a huge drop. She's still in 6th place. That's safe to, go up.
Yeah,
So.
I guess it just feels weird based when you look where Dahyun is more than anything. And then Mashiro, Urina dropping to 5th. I think it makes sense now. That's where she should have been last week, I think.
That's what I thought she was going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Mashiro above her. I think the more interesting thing is that Hikaru's in 3rd place, one above her in
Wow.
J1.
Wow.
I thought Hikaru was on the way down, but she all the way up.
Apparently not.
Yeah, but like J Trinity literally next to each other, 3, 4, 5 right now. So
Wow.
Yeah.
really strong. 2nd place, the surprise of this whole thing, Dahyun being K1 in 2nd place, and then 1st place, I think, is pretty expected. Shen Jiaoting, number 1, C1.
That's crazy.
I
Ion is
think
a shocker.
Dahyun's high. I think she'll drop some, and then we'll see where she actually ranks. But the biggest drop of the entire show, Chai Bing, not even top 18. It finally
Yeah.
happened. It finally happened.
I mean, I saw a comment saying that at the time that they showed the rankings, right? It had only been 2 days of voting, or something along those lines. So I don't know how much it affects or how accurate, right, the rankings would be once they level out and more people vote. I don't know. I feel like it was meant to be a shocker, and they knew it was going to be a shocker, and the girls got nervous and they were like, "Oh no, I'm cut," or like, "Oh, I'm really high." But I don't think it's accurate or reflective of where they are actually going to be.
Well, I mean, this isn't supposed to be an accurate portrayal, right?
No,
no. This is the motivator, you know? Like
this is like the
right
kind of rattle you a little bit.
For instance, right? I'm looking at Kishida Ririka over here, and not even whatever rank we don't even she didn't even make 18. I'm voting for her now, nobody else.
Exactly.
I think my K vote right now will be Bora until this round's over.
See,
things are gonna flip.
I need to save Bora.
They're gonna flip.
Yeah. Here's the thing: if your ranking, if your favorite member is in the rankings between 10 and 18, I would be concerned. Actually, at 10 or 7, between 10 and 17, I would be concerned because there's a high likelihood that they're gonna fall a bit and then swap places with people below the cut line.
Mm-hmm.
That's my prediction. I might be wrong, but that's generally what we've seen and produced, right? Whenever they show off like those like mid.
There's motivating and demotivating a fan bases based on that.
Right.
Yep. Last thing, they had a field day that they showed in like 3 minutes. Like it was like the fastest field day ever.
Before elimination, though, right?
Yeah, this was before the elimination because there was other people there. All you gotta know is they did the chicken fight thing, the Korean chicken fight. It was just kind of funny. So many people. Then they did a tug of war, and they did a relay race for the 3 events. It ended up Japan winning, China got second, Korea got third. Korea just got wrecked the entire time, it seems, other than chicken war.
Big rip.
You know, that's a native sport to Korea, you know, so they better win at that one. Yeah, this was a fun episode. Some filler. I think it was a good break because it's going to get crazy going forward. I think every episode from now, next week we're getting the performances, clearly the 4 performances. Mm-hmm. The following week we're going to have the big elimination before the finale. Then maybe there's one more filler and then finale, something like that. Actually, we're on 8 or 9.
We're on episode 9. So
we're on 9. So there's only 3 episodes left then.
Right. 10 is going to be the performances. 11 is going to be elimination.
And then 12 is finale.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. We're in the home stretch already. Keep voting for your kids, but that is Gross Planet for the week. This is probably one of our shortest episodes ever, but like there's just not that much to cover. It is what it is.
Sure.
We can talk about something interesting. Let's talk about Doug's eyebrows. I like your eyebrows, Doug.
I haven't tweezed them in a while. Okay.
Next week, conversation.
Next week though, Tuesday, tomorrow, aespa.
Oh,
I'm excited.
Woods, GOT7 Youngjae, and Golden Child as well. Wednesday, and Flying. He shout out to Hot Potato. Thursday, Joyuri, Paul Kim, Crazy or Craxy. I don't know how to pronounce them at Pixie. So those are some groups. You know, that aespa song. If this aespa song slaps, they here to stay. They're a top 3-4 girl group, right? If this aespa thing just hits.
Crossing my fingers.
Shall see. We shall see.
Yeah, but this has been SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. I am Doug. I'd like to thank Warren and Anita for joining me this week. We'll see you guys next week when we cover that aespa song. Bye, everyone. Shout out to Minty Joy. Enter the giveaway. Bye.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Takahashi Juri.
Bye.
Special shoutouts to our Fiesta patrons: Based Mina, Shadow, Delmonic, Ellie, Jedi, Goku Mama, Jacob, Liam's Games and Toys, Luke Daniels, Malfiar, NJ Parks, Tier. Thank you for joining SojuTalk, the weekly shot of K-pop. And special thanks to our Discord server mods: Jacob, K Music Erday, Koala, Malfiar, Max, No Bias Luna, Tuggles, and Wolf297.